the intention of this team right now to find out what you have at quarterback? Is it time to see one of the rookies?
Thus, we are returning with yet another one. We also had the opportunity to discuss the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns lose another game that they may have won. They stayed in the game thanks to that defense. The defense went out there and carried out their annual strategy. They have been punishing infractions severely. The Detroit Lions were no different. The Detroit Lions were held to a season low by them. 2 touchdowns and just under 200 yards of passing, I believe. Joe Flacco, however, is what made the difference. Twice, Joe Flacco let the ball go. And you can't do that, particularly when against a strong squad. Therefore, many are arguing it's time to move on if this is the type of quarterback play the Cleveland Browns can expect from Joe Flacco at this point in his career.
And it offers you hope that you can flip some tables, move some chairs, as you like to say, and make some noise. But should the intention of this team right now to find out what you have at quarterback? Is it time to see one of the rookies?
It's time, and I thought they should have started off playing some of the younger guys, right? You have 2 rookies, one you drafted in the 3rd, one you drafted in the 5th. It's time. Joe Flacco came out in my class in 08. And Moose, we were both looking at the TV when he threw that interception on a throwaway and saying, what are you doing? Yeah. You've been in the league entirely too long to make mistakes like that. Kirby Joseph is literally playing center field. He's almost like a punt return. That's probably one of the easiest interceptions he's ever had.
And I think maybe, Deuce, it comes from a miscommunication there between Flacco and the wide receiver. So if you're going to have miscommunications and inefficiencies offensively, why not in a developmental situation?
Why not put the younger guys in, to your point, Moose? So it'll be interesting. Kevin Stefanski has to make a decision probably soon because there's going to be rumblings from the fans. They want to see what these younger guys can do. This Browns defense has kept them in games. Even the blowout loss to the Baltimore Ravens, that wasn't indicative of how that game went either. The Browns defense showed up. So you were saying, Moose, if you're a Browns fan, you're leaning on saying, we have a championship type defense or a really good defense. Why not see what these young guys have? Because we're going to be in a position with 2 first-round picks to potentially go get our guy next year if we don't have that current guy in the locker room. But the only way we can find that out, Moose, is if the young guys play.
Let's flesh it out one further. Do we go full JV split squad? Do we let both get reps? Do you have a name in mind you want to see first?
I think you have to roll Dylan Gabriel out there first just because that's how it was in preseason. He was the backup quarterback. He was efficient throughout preseason. Yes, I believe he only played in the 1 preseason game, but he looked really good in his time going out there with the offense. So I roll him out. But I'm like you. I'm JV it. Give them half and half, right? If we have 14 games left or 13 games left, give them 6 and 7 games apiece, right? Now, again, if one quarterback goes out there and plays really well, you stay with the hot hand. But if he goes out there and struggles like most rookies do, why don't you see what the other rookie has as well? Because, again, with the draft capital you have, if you feel like you don't have the guy of the future in your locker room, you have that ammunition, go get your guy next year.
Yeah, it's just it's frustrating, Mary Kay, because we know you can't do those things and expect to win on the road, and so I got to get it fixed. Yeah, we all share in those things. We all own it, and we all have to be better. I'm not going to get into the specifics, but obviously miscommunication. Yeah, hard. I didn't have a good look at it. Yeah, obviously, when we struggle like we did on offense, obviously, Mary Kay, I understand the question, but that's not our focus. Yeah. Again, I respectfully, we didn't do enough on offense. Yeah, again, I think it goes back to the original part of this, Mary Kay, where we own this all together. To have success on any side of the ball, you have to play as one and you have to play together, and we had too many things that caused us not to have success. Yeah, he's a very good player. Obviously, we had a plan that we need to do better. No, it's not happening in practice. Listen, that's part of being good in the pass game is having precision, and that includes everything and everything you do, and we obviously have to clean that up. Yeah, we have to be better. We have to be better in a lot of areas, and certainly we can't allow a punt return for a touchdown. That's really frustrating. That's not what we're coaching. That's certainly not how we're trying to cover and the techniques we're using. So that should not happen. Again, give them credit, but we have to do a better job. Yeah, obviously we didn't do a good enough job. Anybody, Mary Kay, when you don't score points. So that's no one did a good job, including myself. Yeah, that's part of it. We expect our guys that are out there to perform, and we got to make sure we put them in position to succeed. Yeah, I think for me, Mary Kay, I'm just focused on this game right now. I can't. Got to look at the tape of this one first. Yeah, again, it's never going to be about one person. It's just not. And we're not doing a good enough job. I'll put myself in there as well. We have to be better.
What do you see? I know they put a bunch of tough spots. What do you see from the defense, particularly the run game you talked about?
Yeah, again, put them in some really tough spots there after turnovers. Outside of those, I thought they competed, outside of those scores, which is, again, putting them in a disadvantage where the ball is. But I thought we competed like crazy. We made enough plays. We just have to come through as a football team. Yeah, I think he continues to get better weekly. Mary Kay, I think every time he gets a new game plan and new understanding of what we're doing and some different runs and those type of things, I just think he's going to keep getting better.
Was the attention early on trying to get him going a little bit, so earlier to maybe take some of the forces and not being in there back as much?
Yeah, I think that's, every team kind of goes into it trying to make sure that they're having success on the ground and through the air. So that'll be really by each game for us. Yeah, just we didn't do a good enough job coaching players. Yeah, I mean that's where we are as a football team. We're frustrated, but bottom line is we'll put together a plan this week and find a way.
Good.
Okay, thank you.
As a result, I believe the time has come. Many people are aware of it. And Kevin Stefanski has plenty of justifications. He has exhausted all of his excuses for not choosing one of the rookies, whether it be Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel. If this is the type of quarterback play Joe Flacco will produce in Week 4, it doesn't make any sense right now. There will be a change when we get into Week 5. Something has to change, but that's how I see it. In any case, please feel free to leave a comment below. Let's continue that discussion. Tell me whether you believe the moment has come, and I believe I already know the response to that query. I know it's been time, if you know. Joe Flacco's time shouldn't have come. It ought to have been done at the appropriate time. However, we shall see. It will be interesting to watch how the Cleveland Browns choose to play this or spin it. But share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Peace and pandemonium as usual.